I just finished binge watching Little Disasters on Paramount. And when I'm telling you the plot twist is not something I saw coming, I mean, it was not something I saw coming. So if you haven't heard, this show is about a woman who brings her child to the hospital. And this woman right here, she's a doctor that night who's also one of her closest friends. So when she takes out the baby, she finds that she has an injury to her head. So she believes it to be a skull fracture. She asks the mom what happened. The mom could not explain what happened. She seems kind of distant, but also protective of the child. She's not being truthful. And so we see a lot of these things and we're like, oh, this is a red flag. So she goes to call, they do the scans. She realizes there's a skull fracture. And she does her job as a doctor who, doesn't know what's going on. And she calls social services. So throughout the series, we see her get investigated. We see them question her. We also see what's going on in her head. So in her mind, she's seeing herself hurt her kids. But we can also see that she loves her kids so much that she takes measures to protect them from her. And she becomes very like OCD and she puts everything away, any sharp object. The kids are not allowed to be in the room one. She's cutting up food with a knife. Anytime a knife is out, they have to leave. And even when she goes down the stairs with her baby, she goes down sitting on the stairs little by little because she's that paranoid of hurting or dropping her baby. But in her mind, she just sees herself hurting her baby. And the entire time I'm watching it, I'm like, this is a perfect example of what postpartum depression looks like. I know it's not something that a lot of women talk about, and there's so many different types of postpartum depression, including the type where you want to hurt your baby. It's not talked about. It's very taboo. Because no one wants to believe that a mother is going to hurt their child. But when you're watching this series, I feel like it does a really good job educating women and men who might end up watching this, what can happen to your wife, especially who's loving, who's caring, who's attentive. It doesn't matter how loving and protective you are, this can happen to you as a mother too. So as the series progressing, we at this point believe she did it. But her husband is like, there's no way, I love her, I'm gonna stand by her, I'm going to take care of her, we're gonna get her help. And she gets help and you see that she does better. I believe they gave her medication and therapy. I love seeing that in a show because it shows that there's hope, especially if there are other women that are struggling with this. It's a very sensitive topic. It's a very delicate situation. And for those who don't know, postpartum depression can last in women up to like 1 to 2 years postpartum, like post giving birth. So I highly recommend if anyone experiencing any of this, go get help. It is treatable. You can overcome it. So when you're watching this show, you're seeing everything this mother is going through. You're also seeing how it tears apart the family, how it tears apart the friends, and what it does to their marriage. But because no one knew much about it, no one was able to identify the signs or why she was acting the way she was, especially her husband. Anyway, so they all have accepted that she had an issue. She may not know what happened. She may have hurt her baby, but it was unintentional. So they it almost seems like they forget